Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Golfing the Villages. Today we have made our way over to the Mickylee pitch and putt based on a recommendation by a loyal viewer, Mr. Persky. He mentioned the greens were in great shape, and boy was he correct. I'm a big fan of the short game, and playing the pitch and putt courses provide you with the opportunity to score. It's a great shot of confidence when you start rolling putts in for birdies instead of bogeys. This is an 18-hole course which only allows for walking, so you will notice the absence of cart footage. Without further ado, let's get after it. 3:30 on a Saturday, 73 degrees. This is a 92-yard gap wedge. You can see there's a lot of moisture on the ground. We actually had some rain last night, but this is a good strike out to the right. So you can see we're hole high here on the right side. Coming back up the hill towards you. I believe this is going to be moving our left to right, my right to left. A couple little bobbles there, but the greens are in perfect shape. I just didn't get the speed right, a little too much pace. So now I've got a little comebacker back down the hill. Going to be moving my left to right. And in the hole for par. Good start. By the way, we were randomly paired with Howie and Ellie. That was them on the last hole. They're going to play the first 9 here with us. This is 62 yards to the pin, and I've got a lob wedge in hand. Let's make the magic happen. Really good strike all over the flag.
Go in the hole.
Oh, really nice. Going to have an uphill putt and a good look at birdie. With about 6 feet up the hill. This one's going to slide a touch right to left. And it's something I can be firm with here, which is nice. Roll it up to the cup, and birdie time, baby. Birdie. Well, after scoring there, we step up to the third tee, 87 yards to the pin. This is a sand wedge. Wind's moving a little left to right. Not too bad. And there's the strike a little toward the toe. But I think it's gonna kind of a miss hit, but it's going to be just fine. Yeah. I'll have another look at birdie.
Thanks.
All right, and this putt is about the better part of 15 feet. I've got it moving a little left to right, and I'm just looking to be nice and firm with it, although that was a little too firm. Rolled it past the cup, didn't take the break. Now I've got another downhiller to save par. Little right to left, and in the hole for par. Good putt. Now we're over on the fourth tee, 79 yards to the center, but 80 yards to the pin. I've got a sand wedge in my hand. Looking to stuff another one in there close. Really wet strike, but still good. Tracking all up and down, eyes looking at the ball.
Go in the hole, go in the hole.
Oh my God. This one is about 5 feet for birdie. This is another makeable putt. Just got to roll it up to the cup and get it in there. Let's get to 2 under.
Turn.
Oh, just too firm with it. Hands of stone. And this now for par. Okay, good par.
All right.
Now on to the fifth tee, 88 yards to the center, 84 yards to the pin. I've got the sand wedge. I'm looking to work this on the left side of the green, and the wind is pushing right to left. This one starts at the flag. Now it's going to be on the right side, so I kind of missed where I was looking for, but it's on the green with a good chance. So I wanted to be on the other side so I get the uphill putt, but I'm on this side here where it's going to be downhill, a little right to left. Got to get the speed right, really. And just too much pace for that break. Wouldn't take it. So now I've got the uphill putt. This is going to be a little bit easier. About 4 feet to try and save par. Yep, nice. Good par.
Thank you.
Nice.
So now as we stand on the tee at the sixth here, the pin is buried on the right side. There's water down there. I mean, it's possible to get there. 89 yards to the center, 85 to the pin. I'm just looking center of the green and let the ball work toward the flag, which is what it starts to do. It starts in the middle, and that's pretty much where it stays. It's a long, and here is that long look at birdie back down the hill toward the flag and toward the water. Just looking to lag it close. Don't really have any big expectations here.
Not enough pace.
That's an okay putt. I could have given it a little more effort, but you know, with the water in the background, it's always something that's in your head. So now we've got 4, 5 to maybe 6 feet to try to save par down the hill, and it's in the hole. Nice job. Now to the 7th hole, where it's 61 yards to the center, but 68 to the pin. I've got a lob wedge in my hand. This is kind of an awkward yardage for me. So this is one of those where it's great to be able to practice it here.
Oh,
and whoopsie daisy, I laid that one over the back of the green, and hopefully I get an okay lie. and it's okay. I am in the pine straw next to the sawgrass. So this is a sand wedge here, and the problem, it's real soft, so you can't really compress anything, but it's more of a little chip shot. So I would be happy with on the green, and this is beautiful. This hits the hill, rolls up to the cup, and
You're really gonna
this
like
is going to
that.
be a
That's
great
escape.
opportunity to try and save par. That's like stealing an extra shot. Just gonna roll it down the hill into the cup, and yes, good par. So now we make our way to the 8th hole. It is 69 yards to the center, 64 yards to the pin. I'm gonna stay on the lob wedge here. See a lot of moisture
A little
on the
shorter,
strike,
Ping Pong.
but it wasn't great. Came up short, so that's my second missed green in a row. So we've got to get this up and down here. We are 1 for 1 scrambling because of the last hole. This is also lob wedge. Just gonna bump it up in the air and get it to get toward the hole. Okay, rolls past the pin. I know
so
you can't
close.
see it,
That
but
was as good as
rolled
you
out
can
a
do there.
little bit extra. This is Howie now. Howie's got a nice putt for birdie, which we wanted to include with the channel. Howie's a lefty, rolls it up to the cup. Oh, just too
God, so
much.
close.
Hits the edge. Good par there for Howie. And now I've got this comebacker for par as well. It's going to be a little down the hill, right to left, rolls it up, and stays outside. But going to tap it in now for a bogey. First
That is a
bogey.
bogey.
On to number 9 now. We've got 68 yards to the center and 70 yards to the pin. I'm going to go ahead and stay with that lob wedge one more time. I feel like this is a slightly fuller shot than the last one. And this is a good strike.
Short again,
little
maybe?
moisture there as well, but comes up
Short
a
again.
touch short. So,
Can't find the
okay,
distance.
just finding the distance. So just off the green there, that is the 3rd missed green in regulation that I've had in this round. I'm gonna roll this putt, and you can see the wind's blowing, and it rolled out to the left
I didn't
there.
see that.
Wasn't really expecting that, so this is a little more than I wanted to have for par. But the greens are in perfect shape. You really can't blame them. Oh man, just missed it on the outside
I'll mark
edge.
it.
Again, a little too much pace. Wouldn't take the break. And now for back-to-back bogeys here, I've got to make this putt. This will bring me back to 1 over. All right, 1 over for the day.
Back to back.
Say goodbye to Howie and Ellie as they were only playing 9 holes, and I end up playing by myself for the remainder of the round. Now we stand on the 10th tee, and it is 73 yards to the center, 79 yards to the pin. This one's got a little pressure with the water, and I've got my lob wedge again. This is my 62 degree. Wind's blowing a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Little moisture on the strike.
Short again?
Not going to be real close,
No,
but it's
right
going to be
on.
on the green, and
Good
we'll have
ball.
another
Thank you.
look. So not exceptional, but not horrible either. Up the hill now, a little left to right is what I'm looking at to try to make a long range birdie
Track
putt.
it.
And, just
Good
tried
putt.
up there. That's a good lag though. We'll take that, and hopefully we can tap that in
Better speed
for
control.
a easy par.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
There you go. Good par. Now we step on the 11th tee. It's 71 yards to the center and 73 yards to the pin. I again am going to utilize that lob wedge. Wind is whipping a little bit, but I think we can get this one close. Again,
Good
moisture
ball.
with the strike,
Thank
but
you.
still good. Going at the flag, I was just a little short,
good.
but another look. This is another convertible chance. It's going to be up the hill, maybe a touch left to right, and this is definitely makeable.
Get in the
Little
hole.
bit of bobbling, and just turned right at the end of the hole. Tap it in for a par.
Good job.
Still shooting.
This whole
Good
floor
golf.
in this-
Now, unfortunately, at this point forward, I lose my camera girl due to illness, so some of the shots are a little dicey, but I think you'll still enjoy it. 82 yards to the center, 85 yards to the pin on the 12th tee, and I've got sand wedge to be safe. Nice strike. Out now towards the flag and looking good. We're going to have another look at
Very
birdie.
good.
Say doing a pretty decent job controlling distance today, and that is what's really important. So this look for birdie now is gonna roll up to the cup and just miss it. Dives off to the right, and it's one of those where you just gonna have to go tap it in. Sorry about the camera work, but it's a par. All right, I'm sorry I couldn't get the ball in frame here. I was trying to balance the camera there. And this is the 13th tee. It is 68 yards to the center, 75 yards to the pin. And I had to look at the club too. It's a lob wedge. Really nice strike, starts left of the flag, now cutting back. Oh yes, in really close,
All right,
nice and tight.
Hopefully you guys
Good
saw
look
that
at
one.
birdie. This might be in that range where you might give it to someone, but we don't do that on this channel. I have hit the last 4 greens in regulation, which is nice, and this is a putt for birdie in the hole. Nice birdie. Now we're getting it going. Back to even par. I've made the long walk now to the 14th tee. It's 82 yards to the center and 79 yards to the pin. I've got the sand wedge in my hand. It's slightly up the hill. And you can see the moisture. Wow.
good, dropping in
it's
on
a
the
really
flag.
great strike. It's just to the
Oh,
left
little
side of the
short,
flag.
surprisingly.
Gonna have an uphill
Have a
putt.
nice uphill
and
putt
another
for
look at
birdie.
birdie. All right, this is a little
we can go
slider
back to
left to
back
right
birdies.
up the hill. I've hit the last 5 greens in regulation, which is the key to scoring for sure. So with this birdie putt, I'm going to be firm, get it up the hill, rolling it up to the cup, and oh, how does that stay out? I thought it was
stayed
moving.
out.
Oh boy, I really wanted that one. I couldn't move the camera, but I'm going to go ahead and tap this in for a par.
All
My
right, in the
goodness.
hole for par.
That'll put a little pep in your step as we step up the 15th tee. It's 86 yards to the center, 87 yards to the pin. Again, I have the sand wedge. I'm sorry you can't see the flag. I think the flag is just behind me, the camera angle, but this is a good strike. Out now, maybe just a little bit short. You can see it on the
A little
green,
short.
but we'll have an okay
But it's on
long
the
range
green.
look now. A little bit longer than I would have liked, but I gave you the down the line view this time. I thought this was really interesting. Now, I read this putt as left to right, which after watching the footage, it's clear it's right to left and with the wind blowing, but you can see I started it on the left side and then it just stayed out there. So that was a total misread on my part, but I did move the camera up a little bit, and so you could see this putt for par, and this is not too bad. It's not quite in that friend range, but definitely in the hole for par. We love that. Good par. Again, a bit of a funky camera angle because I had to find a flat spot to put the tripod down, but you can see the flag there. It's 72 yards to the center, 77 yards to the pin. This is back on lob wedge now. Looking to get it there. Wind blowing right to left. A little moisture there with the strike, but still good. Now on the right side of the green there with a long range
Okay,
look at
we're having
birdie.
an uphill putt.
It's so fun to really try to score. I mean, this is really what this is all about. Hitting the last 7 greens in regulation, this long range putt, I've got it moving a little right to left. And gonna roll it up to the cup now. And just didn't break, but that's really good speed control. Now, sorry I didn't move the camera, but I've got maybe a footer, and I'm just gonna tap that in for a nice par. Now I made the extremely long walk to the 17th tee. This is 84 yards to the center, but 85 yards to the pin. Pin's on the left-hand side. You can't see it behind my arms there, but it's there. Got sand wedge now. Good strike.
really
cutting
good.
back toward the flag, and oh, this is in really tight for birdie.
Almost in the hole, too.
This is another one I thought might have gone in the hole from the tee. Hit the last 8 greens in regulation. This is maybe 4.5 feet for birdie. This is the type of one you want. Yes,
In the
in
hole
the
for
hole,
birdie.
under par. Now, if we can close this out, we're on the 18th tee. It's 112 yards, playing 112 with the slope up the hill. I went ahead and drew the gap wedge. This should be good. I mean, I'm looking at maybe hitting it on the left side, bringing it back in a little left to right. You can see the clouds forming over me.
Oh,
I
thinned it.
just thin it, just miss hit it over the back of the green, and this is going to be a tough one.
Back side of the green.
So the gentleman behind me caught up with me, and I let them
big slope
play
here.
up so we could play together. Didn't want to make them wait because I had the camera set up. So
Wow.
sorry about the long range look here. I'm definitely off the green here, looking to putt it. There's actually a ridge kind of in the middle of the green. There's an upper tier where I'm at, and then there's a middle tier, and the ball's going to want to run down. So I roll it to the
I think it's
tier
gonna pick up some
here.
speed
This is where I
here.
think it's going to pick up speed and go, and then it just stays there. So I was trying to putt it to there. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to do. I just
Not
thought
exactly
it would
what I
go from
wanted to
there,
lead
and that
on
was my
something.
fault. I didn't catch this gentleman's name, but he is another lefty, and he was playing with Glenn, whose name I got here. And so you
Yeah,
can see how it
great
rolls
putt.
down.
Get in the
this
hole. Oh.
really good pace, and it looked like it was going to stop at the hole, and it rolled out a
was a
little
good
extra.
putt.
So you can kind of tell from that how much slope there is. Now this is Glenn. Unfortunately, he's off camera, but He's got a little putt for birdie here. And he's going to try to roll it up to the cup, and bang!
Yes, good birdie to
for
close.
Glenn.
Good job. I'm going to leave that in the channel if you want.
Oh, you may.
Yeah, great.
So my putt's a little tricky. It's a downhill slider. I've got it left to right, and I just have to get the right pace on it. And this is the... Oh, it just misses the hole.
Very hard.
And see, it rolls out a little too much.
Leaving it
So
above
it's
the
one of those
hole
that's really, really tough.
Mistake.
So now I have the uphill right to lefter for bogey, and I'm pretty confident in this putt, to be honest with you. Roll it up, and then it just stays out. So I got to tap in for a double, and that's going to put me at +1 for the round. And this was Glenn's friend. He was cleaning up here for his putt. And obviously a lefty here. He's going to roll it up to the cup, and it also stays out and even goes a little right. Poor guy. Well, that's going to be a wrap on today. As far as goals go, we hit 14 out of 18 greens, which translate to 77% of greens in regulation. We converted 3 birdie putts and had several more really good looks. Unfortunately, I was leaking a bit of oil on the last hole and finished up 1 over par for the round. I was aiming for an under par finish, but nevertheless, we'll get it next time. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you on the course.